Hey, welcome Broken World Entertainment. And is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's the first ever female hero to be put on screen in an action movie. Jennifer Lawrence. What? What do you mean she's not the first? She said she's the first. What? No, what are you talking about? Of course she's the first. Oh. Oh no, she's not. That's right. This absolute donkey has come out and said that until the Hunger Games came out in 2012, no one put a woman as a lead in an action movie. Ever. Wow. So, this comes courtesy of Variety, who tweeted out obviously a tweet about Jennifer Lawrence, who, by the way, said this statement while talking with the one and only Viola Davis. Variety immediately got ratioed to oblivion. They deleted the tweet. Oh yes, they went ahead and they deleted that tweet. But then they put the video out. And holy Jesus. But there's also a bit of an article that we can look at that runs up to what she said over here about it in the comics. So, film fans roast Jennifer Lawrence after she falsely claims Hollywood never put women in the lead of an action film before Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence is known for her migraine-inducing moronic hot takes, as well as a few Hunger Game movies, but her recent comments about female-led action franchises may have been her dumbest take to date, which is saying a lot. The Hunger Games actress had taken a short break from acting over the last few years to save democracy. But Lawrence is back with a vengeance, with some statements that are driving cinema fans up the wall. Lawrence recently did a sit-down interview with Viola Davis, star of The Woman King, a film that blatantly whitewashes the real-life history of the West African kingdom of Dahomey, one of the most prominent slave-trading states of their era, and attempts to lionize them as anti-colonial heroes who fought against enslavement and oppression. They begged the British monarchy to let them continue slave trade. The British Army and French had to go in and stop them. Oh, they didn't just were the most ruthless in the slave trade and the biggest people in the slave trade. They slaughtered 800 slaves. Like, they sacrificed them when their king died in his name. Beautiful people. Beautiful people. So, Lawrence said to Davis, I think that The Woman King is the best movie I've seen this year. Hands down. And the best movie I've seen in so long. You realise we now have an interview with two actresses. One who's now stating there's never been a woman in an action movie until she was in 2012. Saying this across from the woman who said if you don't see her movie, you'll never see black women lead a movie again. Even though when she said it, everyone pointed and said, in a few weeks, Black Panther comes out. And it's led by all black women. You fucking moron. Jesus Christ. But that comment wasn't the dumbest thing that Lawrence said in the interview. While discussing The Woman King and the Hunger Game franchise, Lawrence made the blatantly false claim that Hollywood had never put a woman in the lead of an action movie before 2012. Oh, and here she says, nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie because it wouldn't work. We were told girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead. She continued, and it just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through every single one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to keep certain people out of the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. It's just amazing to watch it happen and watch you at the helm. Okay. Okay, Jen. Can I call you Jen? I don't care. I'm calling you Jen. I've made a little list here. Ironically, so did other people. And I didn't realise that until after I made mine. Let's talk about some films and characters that women have been action heroes in, shall we? How about Sarah Connor, Terminator 1 and 2? I suppose Dark Fate if you want to throw that in there. How about Ellen Ripley, Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection? No? Don't want to go with those? Okay, how about Lara Croft, Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft? And of course, let's not forget, Angelina Jolie didn't stop just with Lara Croft in both Tomb Raiders 1 and 2. She did Salt. She did Wanted. She did Gone in 60 Seconds. How about Catwoman? The Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman, that is, in Batman Returns. No? What about Storm and Rogue in the X-Men, as well as Jean Grey? And seeing as we're talking about Storm, we may as well even throw out her Catwoman movie. And the funny thing about the characters of Storm, Rogue, and Jean Grey, particularly Storm, is Jennifer Lawrence ended up doing an X-Men movie of her own, featuring that Storm. Interesting. What about Kate Beckinsale in the Underworld movies? No? What about Emilia Jovovich in the Resident Evil movies? What about Uma Thurman in Kill Bill 1 and 2? How about Demi Moore in G.I. Jane? How about Charlie's Angels 1 and 2? What about the Drew Barrymore movie with Andy McDowell and a few others called Bad Girls? Anyone remember that? The all-female western? How about Pam Grier? Pam Grier in Jackie Brown and movies like Foxy Brown and Coffee. Not just that, and that's just to name a few with her. And they were back in the 70s and shit. And guess what? Guess what, Lawrence? Pam Grier's black. Oh! How about Bridget Nielsen in Red Sonja? How about Gina Davis in The Long Kiss Goodnight? How about Grace Jones in A View to a Kill? And Conan the Destroyer? What about one of the worst movies ever made, but it has to make the list? Barbed Wire. And what about the last of my list I put in, because she is pretty much the female Jackie Chan of Chinese cinema, Michelle Yeoh, who was doing martial arts movies back in the goddamn 70s and 80s. And then, of course, other people have put up list. Some of them have put in a lot of the movies I mentioned. No, Jen. You're not the first. Not just you're not the first, you're not even close to being the first. And I wonder who told her she's the first, or did she actually think she was the first? It's such a bizarre... And that's just movies. We haven't even mentioned TV shows. You want to go into TV shows, we can talk about Linda Carter as the original Wonder Woman. Or the original Charlie's Angels. Yeah, like, wow. Jennifer Lawrence coming in with the hot takes. Goddamn. With the race-baiting idiot across from her, Viola Davis. The woman whose movie lost money, crashed and burned at the box office. And amazingly, Marvel still released Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which was led by all black women. That's weird, because she said if her film bombed, you'd never see that happen. Wow. 2 donkeys sitting back to back, Dumb and Dumber. Fuck me. Anyway, with that, I'll leave it there for this one. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.